Hey guys, it's Jax here, and today I'm here with another Minecraft Redstone tutorial, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a Minecraft melon slash pumpkin farm. So in front of me here we have the melon slash pumpkin farm that we are going to be building today, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to build. But as you can see, you can size this down or make it bigger if you want to. These two farms here aren't fully complete. I haven't added a collection system, but it's just to show you guys that you can make them smaller, and of course you can also make them bigger. But the material list, etc., and the way I'm going to be teaching you how to do this is for this farm right here, but it is pretty easy to make it smaller or bigger. You're just going to need either less or more materials respectively. Okay, to start this farm, we're just going to be placing two chests like this in the ground, like so, with a hopper coming into the back of it like this. Then come two out to both sides like this. Now when you drop an item in either of these end hoppers, it should end up in this chest. And you can see it does. Now facing the front, come one more to the side here, on the right side. Now, if you are building this farm bigger than the way I'm showing you, say you're building this much bigger, maybe longer, or you're stacking it up, or however you're expanding this farm, you will need to change your collection system slightly, because this collection system works for this size farm, maybe a little bit bigger, but it does start to fail after that because of the amount of drops that are going into the hopper. So you'll need to add a slightly different collection system on, but it shouldn't be too tricky to add. Now we're going to be grabbing out some rails. We just want some powered rails and some regular rails. We're going to start by placing two powered rails like this. Then we're going to come over with regular rails. We want to make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 long like that. Then we're going to curve, put a powered rail, then come right along. We don't want this curve to happen, so we're going to have to break this powered rail and then curve like this. And we're going to be placing a powered rail there. So after every curve here, we're going to be placing a powered rail. And we're going to be doing this until we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Also, if you want to support me anymore, make sure to check out my Patreon. Link for that will be in the description down below, where you can get exclusive redstone and build help from me and Wild. As well as that, you get access to the Discord server. Now we're coming up on the last one here. Now the last one's going to be a little bit different. Instead of curving, we want to come just two with powered rails like this, like that. So if you count your rails across, you should have 9 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which we do. Now that we've got this, we want to grab out a lever and come below all of these powered rail blocks like this. Just dig below it, place a lever and turn it on, and that should power these powered rails. The only powered rails you don't want to do this for are the ones at the end here and here. So this right here is what it should look like. Now we want to grab out any sort of block. I'm just going to be using a bit of brick. You can use whatever block you want. And a lever. We want to place a block at the end here with a lever on the back of it. And we want to do that on both sides. So if we ever want to turn off the minecart to check something, or if we ever want to grab the minecart for any reason, we can easily just turn off one of these levers and it will stop next time it gets to there. This is what it should all look like from a sky view. Okay, so now we're going to grab out any sort of block that we want. I'm just going to be using a bit of dirt here because we're going to be breaking this. And we're going to come 5 up like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then coming across, we're going to create a 9x9 platform like this. We're going to be placing our pistons on this, so it's going to make it easier for us to place the pistons facing downwards. So this 9x9 platform should sit directly on top of all the rails we have there. Okay, so now that we have this, we want to come to the corner block here and place a piston, and then come every second block like so. Then we want to make a checkered pattern with these pistons. They just want to be regular pistons and not sticky. As you can see, we're creating a checkered pattern. Just like this. Now we can go ahead and break this dirt. If you have done this correctly, you only need to add this one extra layer. If you've done this correctly, you should have this sort of checkered pattern when you walk under it, and you should be able to break all this dirt now with no issues. So now we want to come to the middle of this farm and place a slab of any sort, and then place dirt wrapping right around this slab. Now the middle of this farm shouldn't be under a we should break the piston above the middle of this farm, as you can see here, so the piston isn't pushing down. Now we want to jump up like this and waterlog this slab. So when you look at it from the top, there should be a missing piston over the middle there, because we don't need one pushing down into the water. Now that we've got that, in every open space, so that the piston isn't covering like this, place a dirt block on the rail, and then hoe this dirt block like this, turn it into farmland. Now place regular dirt in between that, and then alternate this following the checker pattern, but with farmland and dirt instead of pistons, like this. And do that coming right to the back. So this is what we should have so far. So from the view, you should be able to see all of your farmland blocks, which you can see are farmland because they get hydrated like that, from the top in between the pistons. Now that we have this, it is time to plant our pumpkin and melon. Now you can just have pumpkin, you can just have melon, or you can have a mix of both. I like to have a mix of both, and I just like to alternate them like this. Now the easiest way to do this is just to stand on top of the pistons and go ahead and place it like this, as you can see. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do this right along. Oh, if you haven't already, make sure to like this video and hit the big red subscribe button. Any support is greatly appreciated. And now it is all planted. We need to get on to one of the final steps of the redstoning of this farm. We need to grab out our observer and some redstone. Now with this redstone and the observers, we just want to come and up here and see these little blocks. You should be able to see a little hitbox around the seed. You want to place the observer on that, and it should face up like this, as you can see. So look for the little seed, click on it. So there should be a little seed there, click on it, and then the observer should be facing upwards. And then once you've done this, be careful not to fall. Then once you have done this, you want to go ahead and place redstone on top of all of these observers like this. You want to do this right through all these holes. Now that I've placed in my observers, I'm going to be placing in all my redstone. And your redstone should be placed on top of the observers, and the red end of the observers should be pointing upwards into the sky. Now you'll hear the pistons activate. That's just because your plants are growing. Once they are fully grown, that is when your farm will start to work. There we go. Now we want to come around with some glass and add an edge to this. Make sure to do the full block you place here, not something like glass panes or fences, because otherwise your blocks will be throwing out your melons and pumpkins. Now that we've got this, we can add a minecart and hopper, and we're good to go. To add the minecart and hopper here, it's pretty simple. We grab out the minecart and hopper, and we place it down on one of these powered rails on either end, and it should go zooming across like that. And then once these melons grow, these melon and pumpkin plants grow into their full stem, we'll be able to get melons and pumpkins. If you did want to expand this anymore, the main pattern you have to follow is that your piston is, your piston is over the block the melon is going to grow onto, so this one here, and the observer, say, let's grab the observer. The observer is over the block that the melon or pumpkin plant is actually on. Because the way this farm works is that this observer detects that this has grown or changed, and that change then fires this piston and that breaks the pumpkin. So really this farm right here would work technically, but we have it built it a bit bigger and we've tiled it out. So like I said earlier, you will have to get less or more materials as you go up, and the only thing that might change is you might have to mess around with the rails a little bit to make it all sync up, but the main thing is that you have it going in the zigzaggy pattern going underneath all of these blocks, and then that you have it at the end hitting into a block with two powered rails at the end like so. So now you guys know how to build an awesome melon/pumpkin farm. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys later. And remember, stay carbonated.